Welcome to Redbar's New Year's Mixer 2025. Everything is rotten and has bugs. Does Kramer work on an arm?
And now you're under my
Okay. Wow, metal. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's get the show started, shall we? Because people have been watching. What have you even been watching?
I know it's been a full hour. And
Just cigars and... We're just waiting for everyone to get me. I'm trying to buy time here. I got 67 guests. This whole place. There's confetti in the food now. Oh, and be careful, Joel. Shooting off all this confetti on top of all the candles here on our champagne tower. Can we cut to that? The champagne tower. There's a candle there. If the confetti lands on it, this whole place could go up. And we had a fire. I don't know if you noticed this a couple weeks ago. We accidentally lit one of the American flag actually lit on fire. During the show, we had to cut and put that fire out. We half burned an American flag. And during the break, you didn't see this. You saw our flag caught it. Remember this when I was... Right after the election, I was really brainwashed I was like a huge Trump guy. Like I wasn't a Trump guy leading up to the election, but after I saw Joe Rogan and Jeff Dye, even Duncan Trussell and Tony Hinchcliffe, of course, I said, man, I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be some beta, thrown to the side. So I guess I'll get behind Trump. And I was like huge into Elon that month. Huge into Trump. I was huge into VIVITAR, Ramaswamy, and I was really big into this. So I had, of course, you saw a couple episodes ago or something. I had the American flag here. I was so into America then. And that is, by the way, I have changed my opinion ever since the H1B visa scandal. I was all behind President Trump and Elon Musk because they sold me on a promise, a simple promise. No more illegals. And now I see all they want to do is hire worse than Mexicans, okay? Worse than Muslims. Worse than, well, blacks aren't really immigrants. Well, they're immigrants from Africa. I have one immigrant category that is a line drawer for me. Yeah, maybe you could see, maybe cut to the Champagne Tower might give you a little hint. Yeah. What was my first Indiana Jones movie I ever saw as a kid? Okay, I'll tell you the story. I was sitting there and my dad goes, let's go to Blockbuster and I'm going to show you this movie. You're going to love it. It's called Indiana Jones.
Indiana?
Is that his name?
What kind of psyop is this?
Well, I didn't know anything about it.
They were trying to get this H-1B visa idea in your head from day one.
I didn't know anything about no Indiana Jones. And my dad, I'll never forget this. We went and we rented Indiana Jones from Blockbusters. We set up a card table, a fold-out table in the living room. On the way back from Blockbuster, we picked up, listen to this, Jules, you're not going to believe what the 90s was like, or the 80s. We picked up a puzzle. And we picked up, listen to this, Jules, you're not going to believe it. Not only was it my first Indiana Jones movie, and I didn't know what that was. So do the math there. We also picked up a bag of a brand of chips that I had never tried. So think about this. First Indiana Jones movie. I'm doing a puzzle, a fucking, what do you call that? A puzzle where you put the pieces together. And I'm eating a bag, for the first time, Cool Ranch Doritos. My dad introduced me to Indiana Jones and Doritos the same day, set up this card table. We played the puzzle first. Then we did Indiana Jones, and guess which one it was? Well, doesn't take much to figure this one out. It was the Temple of Doom. I hate the sound of brass. It was the Temple of Doom, and I was a very young child. Remember, I didn't know what Indiana Jones was, and I didn't know what Doritos were. So I must have been 2. I go, Dad, these Doritos are great. I love Doritos. Do they make any other flavors? He said, I think he hit me. He hit me. And then Indiana Jones, he could tell I was getting bored. Because imagine you're a kid, you're watching Temple of Doom. Now, what's the opening scene? Well, cut to the wide. The opening scene looks a lot like this. And it's a woman with blonde hair on a very sophisticated stage, a stage that they don't make stages like this anymore. And she's singing. And my dad could see me not interested. I was 2, I was 3. And he said, don't worry. It's not going to be boring. You're going to love it. And then we got to this Indiana Jones when stuff started getting cooking after this long opening scene of a woman singing. They started doing something like this. And this isn't planned, but they started doing this. Here is the antidote. And they did this big thing. They had this big, do you guys remember this Temple of Doom? He's sitting there in the showroom. They poisoned Dr. Jones. And they have the antidote. And they put it here. And they're sitting around a big one of these. And they spin it over to Jones. And he goes like this. And they go, nope. And then this whole gunfire, I think, breaks out. So then there's gunfire. And it's like this. And everybody's freaking. And then they're all running around the room. And he's trying to get this antidote. And he can't. Whoa! Do you remember this scene? And then they get to India. None of this was planned. Oh, shit, my
When you hear Indians, you think Temple of Doom.
So, I watched Temple of Doom. Now, what's Temple of Doom about? It's about Indians, which I also had never known about. This was my introduction to Indian people, believe it or not. They didn't have Indian people in Inverary, Illinois, the subdivision of Deerfield that we lived in because we were, believe it or not, poor. We lived in a $60,000 townhome while this was happening, watching Temple of Doom. And I see my first Indian. And what is he doing? He's pulling a heart from a man's chest. And he's eating brain. And he's eating snakes. And they're walking through bug tunnels. And I said, if that's an Indian, Dad, are those? He said, yes, Mike. Yes, my son. Those are Indians, and those are the worst people we have. Well, he didn't say that, but it was in my brain ever since I've gotten nauseous looking at Indian people. And I'm sorry for any Indians that might be listening, but you make me nauseous, physically ill. And I was so excited for Trump, of course, to take office because he said that he was going to deport every person from the state or from the country, of course. And then just last week, Elon and Vivek announced that they want to turn this country into India and China mixed. They said, no more hanging out, no more parties. It's study, study, study. And everybody's working on tech, our tech company. And I said, what the heck? And then I go, okay, well, when Trump hears about this, he'll finally get rid of Elon and this disgusting VIVITAR, and everything will be fine. And then Trump comes out 3 days later, and guess what he said? He said that he loves the H3 visa, and he wants it to be all Indian. So I have fully turned on Elon. And I was with them. I pretty much got them elected. You saw my support for them, this whole thing. Mm-hmm. I have turned on Trump. I have turned on Elon. And I have turned on VIVITAR. And
they think that you're a subtard.
Well, I am sickened by them. And we need to get those keys out of their hands. So I did. I burned the American flag by accident. And what was I going to say? It was something important about it. So on the last episode, you saw the flag was burning. And then we put it out on break. I had something very funny to say. This was all leading up, Jules, to us going on break. I put out the fire, and what was the big punchline? Because that was a long story to tell. I got distracted with the, it wasn't the crummer. I got distracted with, the bouncing of the antidote. And I'm telling you, there's so much confetti here. I got ADD. So I'm looking at every damn piece of confetti thinking it's one of my notes. I'm getting confused between my notes and my confetti that's everywhere. And there's thousands of this. So this is going to be a very difficult podcast to do, of course.
We also have Jules in the house. What's up? What's
Jules
up?
is here.
Thank
Jules
you.
in the house. This is going to be a very difficult
The
podcast
crummer.
to do.
All right, welcome to
they're
Redbar.
calling people like you who oppose this new law that Vivek has written into law, VIVITAR. They're calling them the woke right.
Oh, the woke right. Okay, well, I hope that I'm not put in any box. Of course, I've gone far out of my way to not be put in a box, not by anybody.
Like, did you see Michaela and Candace Owens fighting on Twitter, where Michaela's like, "Everyone just support Elon, everybody."
I don't use Twitter. I
About that.
I get my news from confetti.
This is just the woke right. And then Candace was like, "Really? What kind of visa?"
No.
And
She
everyone's
reads Twitter.
fighting.
She tells me what's going on.
Oh, this was a great week on Twitter. Let me tell you that.
I've got a lot of surprises coming up. I don't want to blow them all. How long have we been on the air right now?
1 hour and 17 minutes.
What the fuck did you just say to me? What did you just say to me?
1 hour.
What? Oh, wait, I'm getting my prints all over this damn thing. What did you just say to me? Ah!
各位贵宾、各位朋友，大家晚上好。怎么样？一开始有点央视范儿吧？一出来就感受到你们的热情，你们特别想看看电视上熟悉的大山，对不对？回家看电视去吧。来这里就是看一种现场，是吧？这是一种现场表演，跟中央电视台不太一样。我对台词。
All right, I feel so much better. Will you set an alarm for 5 hours from now? You could keep track of that over there.
You got it, handsome.
And I actually was fully physically abusive. I bashed the windshield out of that car. What else did I do to that car?
Something like you fisted the front and dented the, what do you call it,
I
front of a
dented
car?
the hood.
The hood, yes, of course. And then you took like a bike pump and smashed my windshield. I think
That's
you
right.
choked
Oh,
me.
so I thought, yes. I was, I held her down and I choked her. And hey, nobody cares.
Till now.
Till tonight. Coming up, we'll tell you the whole story of my abuse. Coming up, I don't know why she's laughing.
I'm not it. This sucked.
Hey, Jules!
This fucking sucked.
Okay, yes, it sucked. And we do joke about abuse, but we're not. Ooh, a bug! Do you see this? A dead bug was in my, look at this.
Ooh.
Ew. What else is in here? Okay. Black Room Okay. All right. Joey Swoll, come on down. New Year's edition. We introduced you. I think we only introduced you to Joey Swoll one damn time. What's he up to right now? See you next up?
Yes. So
Joey Swoll update. This is funny because people love this type of stuff. People love height stuff, right? People love height, a good height stuff. You know, I thought Joey Swoll was a normal, I thought he was a big guy. I thought he was hella Joey Swoll. I thought he was like a hella Mark Harley. Huge fucking physical beast. No wonder Joey Swoll has been filming all of his videos in his car. And do we have an idea on this car, Jules? What kind of car he drives? I bet he drives an economy car, right? What do you think?
Maybe we'll identify it when we see him.
Okay, let's go. We've got an adorable video of Joey Swoll, our first video of the night, believe it or not, coming up here on New Year's. Is it me, or is the music getting more intense and aggressive?
I think it might be.
It seemed like at the beginning of the show. Now, I don't know if it's just how disheveled the studio is right now so quickly into the night. I don't know if it's the 67 guests or the performers. We were supposed to have, we've missed 3 musical performances so far. That have cost me quite a lot of money to put on and quite a lot of money to fly all these guys out. We've already missed Miranda Lambert, Halle Berry from The Little Mermaid, and we've missed Glorilla. And sorry about that, but we don't have time to do that. And I swear to God, there's like a bug. Everywhere I look, there's a disgusting bug. Which is like not only like I hate bugs, but it's also very embarrassing to have bugs on New Year's. Okay, Joey Swoll. So what happened here, Jules? What happened with Joey Swoll? Tell us.
Well, you said that you wanted to check in with him every show, and then a couple of weeks ago, someone on the BBG was posting about how he is a manlet confirmed.
Oh, Joe, look at this. This is from Bo Hughes.
So I included that, but I also have a new one from today.
Let's watch Joey Swoll first, and then we'll hear what this listener of ours named Bo Hughes found out. Where could I go?
Yeah, do the new one from today first. Then.
Yeah, where do I find that? I got Joey Swoll updated next up. Oh, here's a new one from today. This just came out today here on New Year's Eve. Oh, look at this. Did we not have another Joey Swoll that we had saved? Another little video of him?
I think this was it. Or unless there's one I'm not thinking of.
Okay, so Joey Swoll, what he does is he watches these gym TikToks. He watches these gym clips. You know, it's very popular on TikTok. People filming at the gym. He's usually trying to, I think he's anti-woman. I think he's like a misogynist, this Joey Swoll. I think he's got an axe to grind with women because he's always showing like a hot babe. Well, not to me, but to most people, they think this is a hot babe. He's showing them at the gym, some girl, and she's wearing all spandex. She's showing it all off, and she's usually doing something obnoxious at the gym. He shows the video and then he says, "This isn't right. This is rude. Grow up. Do better." And he's the good guy, Joey Swoll, at the end. Today, he seems to be showing a guy. And I don't know what he's got. He's got a big stop sign. Look at this. A big stop sign over the guy's crotch here at the gym. And it's showing this guy at an outdoor gym. He's hanging on the monkey bars. He's doing all sorts of goofy stuff. Let's take a look. You could lower that or pause that Spotify music there. Yeah, thank you. And our first clip of the day, Joey Swoll. Take it away. Okay, so he's showing this, and this is like the type of guys who are taking over our country right now. Everywhere you go is a guy like this. They don't know up from down. They don't know, for example, they do, a guy like this too, they're everywhere. They're in every industry now. You go on YouTube. Every industry on YouTube, every subgenre has a guy like this, one of these halfsies. And for instance, there'll be a guy like this. He's a photographer in London. There'll be a guy like this. He's a videographer in London. They're all from London. I'll tell you, they're not as good as your average traditional. I don't want to say it. I don't want to cause anything like that, Jules, but don't you agree these types of guys who we're now seeing everywhere taking over Europe, they're not as good at all the stuff that we've been doing as far as the Irish and people like me, the salt of this earth, who have been here for many, many years, building up this country. I was watching Tim Dillon. I had lunch with him, and he said, "When is the last time you saw an Indian building this country brick by brick like you and I?" He said, "When is the last time you saw an Indian or one of these?" He called them, I don't even want to say what he called them, but included the N-word. This is what Tim Dillon called them. I almost left the lunch. He pulled me back in. And he said, these people, they never fought in the Civil War. They never helped our country come together. And now they just want to take over every video. And they're always doing stuff. So here's Joey Swoll picking up on this, who is also an American racist and a woman hater. Joey Swoll, and you'll see Joey will pop in at the end of this video and tell us his take, which is very weak today. And then I think we're going to pay back Joey for all of this racism and women shit that he's been doing too, right? I think we got some from Bo Hughes to kind of put Joey back in his place. Not such a big, tough guy. You'll see that coming up. But here is this Muslim guy, for a lack of a better word, I know. I don't like to, especially on the holidays like this, say a slur like that. But here's this Muslim guy, and he's out the outdoor gym. And what's he doing at the gym? Let's find out. Okay. Oh, so this is real quick. So here it is again, and I guess what he's showing is he's out at the outdoor gym, and he's rubbing his uncircumcised Muslim business all over the bars. So he's using the monkey bars. And it's a joke on TikTok because everything's about a click. This is what Tim told me. Tim Dillon. And he's rubbing his nuts on the monkey bar. And then Joey Swoll is going to cut in and tell you, knock it off. Watch. Rubbing the junk.
What is wrong with people? I had to cover this up as this man pulls his shorts down so he can rub himself on playground equipment that other people have to use, including children. Then he
I got to stop right now and do this with me because I got to stop right now. Joey.
His eyes look gorgeous today.
He's absolutely right. Now, can somebody ID, how about this? Because we love giving away money, especially on the holidays. $50 to the first person in our chat right now that can ID Joey Swoll's car. I'd love to know what he's driving. I judge people based on what they're driving around. You know, I got a couple joke cars. I got a couple cars that I drive to throw people off. I've been, I'll tell you about that. We had an incident with our car, with one of our joke cars in the parking lot there at Lowe's. We'll talk about that coming up. But let's see. So Joey saw this guy, a Muslim guy. See, I think this happens to be an incident about this man's race. Because there's been a lot of talk of these guys coming in and ruining Europe, London. I'll say this, as a photographer, of course, I'm a photographer, and I could prove it, because I'll take your picture right now with the ultra popular Contax T2. Smile. Thank you. Of course, I've been carrying this camera around since it came out in 1992. But I am a photographer, and I've noticed, and you tell me, people from London, I know we have a lot of listeners in London, and a lot of people in London seem to be photographers, they seem to be videographers. Guys, give it a rest. If you don't live in LA or Tucson, put the camera down. It looks like crap where you live. It's all gray. Nothing in London looks good. I was watching this guy who's like, I like to take pictures here in London with my camera, as you could see. And he's showing sample demo photos. The whole place looks drear. Not one good photo. You need the bright sky. You need the sun. Tucson, LA, or put the camera away. You're wasting people's film. You're wasting the developer. The chemicals. Back to Joey.
Everyone's saying Joey drives a Jeep. It's got to be a Jeep. So now what are you
well,
going to do?
Hold on a second. That's not a Jeep. Let me see. No, you'd see some speakers hanging down from the top, or you'd see...
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jeep has a top row of speakers up there, of course. Alpines or something. What is this here? What am I saying? Oh, that's my... They're saying, so the bouncers are telling me that nobody has showed up. Yeah, can you tell them that? This is just headphones. It's just headphones. So I can't talk with him. So I don't know how to communicate with all the people out there to tell them that this is kind of falling apart here. Okay, here's Joey Swoll, and look at the face he's made. This is the face I made when I heard about the Indian people trying to get in on this H-3 visa last week, which really, really disappointed me. I thought Trump was going to take care of us. I thought Trump said that all, me, Josh Denny, and we all believed him. We thought, okay, we're going to make the country great. It's not even January 15th, and right now it's kind of, we're just making the country Muslim and Indian and Chinese, and I think we're all going to be able to get to work. You said no more partying, no more chilling.
This could be our last party.
This could be our last party here at Redbar. Okay, let's see what Joey does to this guy, and then we'll tell you what Bo Hughes found out about Joey, because maybe this isn't going to be such a tradition after all. Joey?
What is wrong with people? I had to cover this up as this man pulls his shorts down so he can rub himself on playground equipment that other people have to use, including children. Then he films it to post it on social media just so he can sell more subscriptions to his OF account. Goes to show it's not just women that are doing this. And again, I have nothing against OF. You make money how you want, but keep it at home and not on playgrounds where kids play. So to this young man, I hope somebody recognizes this park or knows where this is and they call the police. Because you belong in jail. You need to do better.
You belong in
business.
jail because of the color of his skin. Okay, Joey Swoll. Wow. Maybe you're the one who belongs in jail.
Holy shit, they found an amazing picture of his car. Fuck, but I don't know the first person who got it right.
Because I don't like these car tubers, okay? If you want to do a show, develop and cut to the wide.
What I'm seeing is pretty fucking sick.
Develop a set. What is this? I'm hearing an owl now. I think there's an owl in here. It's getting louder. Am I right about that? That's like a whole pack of owls. Good thing I'm dressed up as an owl here tonight. I'll tell you that, because they'd be attacking me left and right if I wasn't dressed like them. Isn't that what they say? Oh, he's in his owl suit, right?
If you ask an owl if he's an owl, he has to tell you.
I think that's one of the rules. Okay, so let's show you what we found here. This is this BBG post. You ever been to the BBG? It's our Facebook group. I haven't been there in months, and I'm terrified to look.
It's amazing. You should go in there.
Oh, is it? Is everybody getting along? Because I don't like when people fight with each other in there.
I like it when they fight, but there actually hasn't been much fighting. 4
new member requests for a month. So we're starting to slow down.
That's not true.
The show's starting to slow it down. Which brings me to my first piece of physical media here today. The show is starting to slow down, right? Well, not our show, but somebody's show. We're giving away here. Put on some music there in the background. I've got a good one. Physical media. We forgot about our physical media here today. You ready? Someone's show is starting to slow. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Klein, this is from his Instagram story just moments ago. Everything is so pointless, he says. Ethan Klein, numbers going down. He hasn't broke 500K in quite some time. And again, Jules, everything is so pointless. This is Ethan Klein. Let's compare the two. I don't know. Just saying. Okay, back to Joey Swoll. Okay, so what did they find out about him here, Jules? What is this big thing? Okay, this is from Bo Hughes. Bo Hughes says, Joey Swoll, 5'5" manlet confirmed. I better hike up my chair here for this one. I'm the only person who has a wheelchair that has that thing that... This. Oh, wait. That's as high as it goes. My wheelchair has the thing that raises it. I had them install that. 5'5" manlet confirmed. Could this be true? Is Joey Swoll a midget? Like most fitness guys, he's overcompensating because he's insecure about his height. Here he is next to 5'7" Conor McGregor, who, by the way, shout outs to Conor. I am a huge fan of Conor after I found out what he's done with his wife. Very similar to me 10 years ago with the pounding on the car. I had the same suspicion about Liver King and was correct. So this Bo Hughes hates shorties. And here it is. How tall is Joey Swoll? Joey, who is 40 years old, by the way, older than me, weighs around 90 kilograms and is 5 feet 6 inches tall. Remarkable. He engages in lots of different exercises and loves to do pull-ups, barbell squats, bench presses, and cable flies. The fitness enthusiast trains his body at least thrice. I don't know what that means, but here he is. Look at this. And they're not kidding. Is this really Joey Swoll? I didn't know he was that swole. You know, that's a little obnoxiously big, so this is like a Joe Rogan. What is with this name Joe? We even had a guy named Joey, and you might have seen this guy. Remember when I filled in for the Gavin McInnes show? And I brought in that fake Mike Fanoia guy. Wasn't his name Joey? He must have been this big. We couldn't believe it when he showed up as a listener of ours. He was like this big. We put him on the chair. We pulled it off. I mean, nobody seemed to notice, but what is with this Joey, Joseph being very small people? So here he is. And what is this video here? What is this? Turn the music off. Americans. Why are they so short? Okay.
You set your tripod up so you can walk past this man and make fun of him because of his height?
Oh.
Really? You don't know better than to treat people this way? And then you say, Americans. First off, the average height of any man worldwide is 5'9". The average height of the American man, 5'9".
Okay.
So what? You're 6'2". Congratulations.
Midget.
You think that makes you better than this man or anybody?
Yes.
It doesn't. You don't judge people on their height or things they can't control. You judge people on their heart and the way they treat others. And by the looks of it, buddy, you're an asshole.
Whoa!
You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Unbelievable. Joey Swoll, and I think the tradition continues here on Red Bar. We'll bring him in.
I love him.
And yes, we will keep him coming. Okay.
That still of him is stunning.
Look at that. Look at him. I love Joey I love a guy like this. There's so many too. There's so many of these characters now popping out in today's new world here. And speaking of new worlds, and of course we're entering a new year. Again, this is not 2022. That was okay. That was okay.
Sorry.
Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. We could have gone into full party mode there, and I was looking to get out of. I had no idea. By the way, I have no idea what I'm going to say. I'm counting on music, cues, and props. Please, God help me. We have only 9 hours to go.
Get this.